So today I'm going to show you how to make homemade cinnamon rolls. So the first thing you need is milk. You need 1 cup of milk, and we're going to put it in the microwave for 45 seconds to a minute. So after you warm up your milk, you're going to put it in a mixing bowl. You're going to add 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar. You will mix it a little bit to make sure it's all mixed. And then you will wait about 5 minutes until you see it foaming up. So now that the yeast and the milk have foamed up, you are going to add 1/2 cup of sugar, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 eggs at room temperature, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're going to mix it with your dough hook for maybe 30 seconds or so. So now that it is well combined, you are going to add 1 teaspoon salt with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and you will add 4 cups of flour, and you will start mixing at low speed and then move your way to high speed as you're mixing. So now that the dough has formed a ball, you want to touch it, and if it's a little tacky, it's good. You're gonna wanna take it out of the bowl and you will knead it. So after kneading the dough for about 2 to 3 minutes, you want to knead it to where you have a ball. You're going to put it in a greased bowl, cover it with a damp, warm cloth, and put it somewhere where the temperature is a little warm, so for about an hour to rise. So for the cinnamon filling, you are going to use 1 cup brown sugar and 2.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, and then you are going to mix it really well so that it's all mixed up, and you will also be using 6 tablespoons of melted butter. So now that our dough has doubled in size, what we're going to do is we are going to take it out. We're gonna gently press the gas out of the dough. And remember, this is on a lightly floured surface. So we are going to gently push out the dough, and we're gonna try to make a rectangle. And we want it to be about 1/4 inch thick. Now that I have rolled it out to about 24 by 12 rectangle, about 1/4 inch thick, I'm actually going to spread some of the melted butter. Now that all the butter mixture is on our dough, I will come in and lightly sprinkle the brown sugar, cinnamon all over to make sure that you get the mixture, the filling all over the dough. So now that the filling is all on top of our dough, we are going to tightly roll the dough. So what I do is I just kind of pinch it in the beginning and then roll with both hands. And now what you're going to do is you are going to cut about, I would say, 1 inch to 1.5 inches cinnamon rolls. So you might want to pre-measure it, or I kind of just make the pre-cuts before I do it to make sure that I can get 12. And then you are just going to cut through. I now have cut my cinnamon rolls. I have 12. So now I'm going to put them in a glass baking dish. I put some parchment paper. I lightly sprayed it so that they don't stick. So I'm going to do 4 rows of 3. So now that I have my cinnamon rolls in my baking dish, I'm going to cover and let rise until nearly doubled. So maybe about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. So it's been about 35 minutes that I have let the cinnamon rolls double in size. So I'm going to put them in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes at 350. To make the frosting, I have 1 package of soft cream cheese, 1/4 cup soft butter, and 2 cups of powdered sugar. I will blend it until you get a frosting consistency. So I have taken out my cinnamon rolls. I checked for the doneness and they are good. The knife came out clean. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spread our cream cheese frosting all over them. Now I have spread our cream cheese frosting all over our cinnamon rolls. Now we just wait till they cool down a little bit so that we can enjoy.